Hey YouTube, this is Luigi the Fourth, and I'm going to record the third deck check today. This one's going to be blue-white tokens. Been working on this idea for a while, but never really gotten the cards, because I was always like, well, I want to make Self-Will, well, I want to make Burning Vengeance, well, I don't have any money at all, so we're finally going to do it, so here we go. So the 1 and 2 drops are in the same little row, because there's so few. I think there's 9 1-drops and 8 2-drops. So first is 4 Ponder. It's really nice. It just makes it so your game is a whole lot more reliable. Plus the cycles, like the next 2 turns are you get the cards you want to get. 2 Gitaxian Probe. It cycles for 0 first of all, so that's awesome. And plus you get to look at their hands, so you know when to block with stuff, when to hold back some stuff, when to do all that. So that's really cool. Doom Traveler, I would have 4 if I'd remembered to buy 4, but I didn't. I thought I had another one, and so I only bought 3, and so that's why there's only 3. It's a really good creature. It first of all, it's kind of forgotten on dying because it dies and then comes back as better, but it's also a spirit, so it gets pumped by this guy right here. Next there is Honor of the Pure. It gives my human tokens and my spirit tokens bonuses, but it's not quite as good as Intangible Virtue, which just gives all my tokens bonuses. Plus it gives them Vigilance for the same cost. So, I mean, that's not like a huge deal, but you can attack and then you can block, and that's what Vigilance is all about. Gather the Townsfolk, again, I spaced. I thought I had 4, and I didn't order any, but I only have 2, so there's only 2 in the deck. I would have just replaced the Honor of the Pure with more Gather the Townsfolk, but I don't have them. Nonetheless, it's really nice. If you have Intangible Virtue, it becomes 2 4/4s for 2, so that's pretty cool. And well, yeah, that's about it. So now on to the 3s. 4 Midnight Haunting. It not quite as good as Lingering Souls, but it's still really good. It's an instant, and so that's just the way it's even slightly perceivably better than Lingering Souls. It's surprise blockers, but they're 1/1, so it's not like a big deal. But it's spirit tokens, and they can get pumped by Drogskol Captain, and it just makes them a whole lot better. Next, playset of Lingering Souls. It's just really, really good. It makes 2 1/1s, and then it makes 2 more 1/1s for less of a cost, although you do have to do a little bit of splashing to get the flashback to work. But even if it were without the flashback cost, I mean, obviously I'm playing Midnight Haunting, so I'd still play it. Yeah, it's a really nice card. Then there's Drogskol Captain. It pumps on my spirits, and the only thing that makes spirits is Lingering Souls, Midnight Haunting, and Doom Traveler. But Lingering Souls is kind of like having 8 cards, since it flashes back for less of a cost. So there's usually a lot of spirits. Plus, they pump each other and become 3/3 flying hexproofers if you play 2 of them. So then in the 4-drops category, there's only 8, but this is where the Drakes come in. Playset of Talrand. He just ever since they got spoiled, I really liked him, and now I get a playset because I liked him so much, even though it was a pretty pricey playset. Nonetheless, I can cast Lingering Souls for 2 and get 4 power, so that's just amazing. And he comes on a 2/2, although I guess that's actually pretty bad. I'd rather he was an enchantment just so he couldn't get hit by like Doomblade and stuff. But yeah, he's good. And then 4 Talrand's Invocation, also really good. Just it's kind of like Lingering Souls, but like Lingering Souls on crack, because it just makes 2/2s instead of 1/1s. Unfortunately, they're not spirits, but they still get pumped by Intangible Virtue, so that's really nice. Yep. And then there's the mana base. Pretty simple. I think it's 3, 9. 3, 6, 9 islands.